Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another special edition of Hip Hop Elements All City Radio, only right here on TheRealIUMG.com. That's Hip Hop Elements All City Radio, only on TheRealIUMG.com. It's your gracious host, Just Hits, back with another Spotlight edition. But before I get to my guest, I just want to let everybody know to follow me on Twitter now if you're not doing so already. The Twitter handle is at JustHitsAdonis. That's at JustHitsAdonis. This is the place where you can catch me every single Wednesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here, only on TheRealIUMG.com. This is my new home, my new platform, the place where I will be representing and putting it down for hip-hop every single week, right here only on TheRealIUMG.com. Got a special guest in the building with us here tonight. He is none other than the man, Noah Jones himself. How you doing, family?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
The floor is yours. Handle your business.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, my name is Noah Jones. I've adopted the new moniker, which is Mr. 200, because currently I'm trying to be the first rap artist in history to do 200 collaborations with up-and-coming artists and producers from all over the world in less than a year. It's actually going to be 200 collabs in less than 200 days. And basically, I'm just over here working extremely hard. I have songs with a lot of famous people, from Dr. Dre all the way down to Crooked I, Joel Ortiz, Jadakiss, Hobson. What I decided to do is I just wanted to come up with my own niche. You know what I mean? Something to separate myself from everybody else, because I felt like hip-hop deserves something different. You know what I mean? And for the first time in my life, I find myself setting myself apart from, all the other people that I've worked with, because I'm doing something extremely unique. Not only am I doing the 200 collabs, and I'm bringing together people from, all over the world, from the Netherlands to Belgium to Australia to Canada. We're all working together on music, and it's a nightly thing. The craziest part about it is I do it all live. So I write the music right in front of you, I record the music right in front of you, and I also engineer it and mix it as well, and it usually only takes an hour to do so. So that's one element and one aspect that none of these other artists are out here doing. Like, I'm actually doing everything live, and I pioneered that. I was actually the 10th person to download Facebook Mentions for Android. I remember when I downloaded it, and now I go live on Facebook Mentions every day, and it's been, for the past 60 or 70 days, I've been going live, and the numbers are growing, and we're having a great time. So you can check me out on Facebook.com/Noah Jones News, or you can go to my website, which is NoahJonesNews.com.
Man, tell me about life growing up, man. Tell me how it was for you out there in SoCal coming up in the game, and how did you slowly get into doing music?
Well, actually, I moved to Southern California when I was like 21 years old. I'm originally from New York, so majority of my life was spent there. All my grassroots was in the streets in New York, running around like a knucklehead, raised by a single parent, etc., etc. So my mom worked 2 full-time jobs, so I basically had to figure out how to do things on my own. I had 2 older sisters, but there was a big difference between, males and females. And, a male in the streets of New York running around is completely different than a female. So I learned all kinds of things that, I apply to this day. Like, I was selling mixtapes in school and creating my own personality as far as music. And as I didn't really try to be a DJ, but I kind of would listen to music on the radio and blend certain songs together, and I learned how songs flow together, etc., etc. So it was crazy. Like, I've lived through the entire golden age of music. I was making music back then, and it's been a crazy transition to where I got a chance to see the tapes to the we recording on tape, or now all of a sudden you recording on CD, and everything is digital. So I've seen all 3 of the eras, and it's been crazy. But I did move here to California. I'm in Anaheim. Moved here when I was 21 years old, and 22. And it was an adjustment, because they had that East Coast West Coast thing going on back in the day. So it was definitely an adjustment. But when you stand out, you just stand out. And people ask me, why did I move to California? And I would tell them all the time, hey, I'd rather be, in New York, I was just a New York rapper in New York. But in California, I was a New York rapper in California. So that added a whole different twist on who I was as a person and as a personality. And it made me have something that people wanted to hear, because it was different. So they paid attention to what I was doing. And, the fact that just growing up in New York, the mind state every day is hustle, 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 hustle. Like we didn't really have as much sun. Like we don't have as much sun and warm weather as we do in California and New York. So, you only have a couple of months to really get out there and get it when it's nice. So everything is like full speed ahead. But California was a little more relaxed. So I just moved like I was 10 steps ahead of everybody because I was used to working harder and faster than everybody, and that still applies to this day. So
currently, where do you stand with the collaboration? The 200 collaboration was that project completed? Are you still actually go ahead and knocking some out? Currently, where do you stand as far as that project goes? Where are you with it?
I just did collab number 166 last night, so tonight I'll be doing 167. I started the 200 collab quest 9/25/15, so I actually have all the way until September to just do these last 30 collabs. That's how far ahead I am. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's amazing.
Like I could take 4 months off and still reach the goal right now if I wanted to. You know what I mean? So, but I don't believe in resting when I'm in the lead. I believe on finishing strong. So, I got like 33 or 34 more to go, and we just gonna knock them out, and we're gonna see what we can do. We can move on to the next phase of the whole project, or the next phase of whatever I'm gonna do from that.
What drives you? What drives you to stay bringing that hot quality all the time, every day, all day, the way you do?
What drives me currently is I feel like I just haven't achieved what I need to achieve yet. I still feel like there's more to go. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm at that point to where success is really in my grasp. I mean, my definition of success anyway, you know what I mean, is right within my grasp. And it would be very unsatisfying for me not to keep pushing until I reach that point. You know what I mean? And it's like, me personally, I don't believe that there's any age bracket on music. I believe that if you're dope, you're just dope. I believe if you have something good to say, you have something good to say. And I think as a culture, a lot of times we tear each other down because we want to put these limitations and stigmas and stuff on like the lifespan of our creativity and our craft. And I think that's the only thing, in hip hop, it kills us the most. You got rock and roll guys that have been out there for 30, 40 years touring, and they're still making millions and millions of dollars. But with hip hop, they want to tell you, hey, once you hit 30 years old, it's a wrap for you. So there's a lot of little things that, continue to hurt us as a culture. And me personally, I feel like, hey, as long as I can get out here and do just as good, if not better, than the people that's coming out now, and if people hear they want to hear what I got to say, then I should continue making music. And me personally, I believe that I'm on the level musically of a Kanye or a J. Cole or a Jay-Z or a Nas. I just don't have the recognition. I believe everybody has something special internally that makes them who they are. And, with the right people surrounding you, you can achieve that level. Now, I guarantee you, if you put me in the same room with any of those cats, or put me on the same song with any of them, and you'll definitely hear why I'm where I'm supposed to be at. So hey, I've already proved it on records with quite a few big name artists already. Where so it's to me it's just another name in the checklist.
It's like with the other genres, they respect their older artists. You know what I mean? For some reason, in hip hop, if somebody's a little older, somebody comes out who's a little wiser in age, everybody is like, well, that guy's old, that guy's washed up, and we automatically shouldn't listen to him anymore because of that. In your own opinion, where does that ideology come from? Why do they do that in hip hop?
I think it's because this is a very, very braggadocious genre. You know what I mean? And whenever you're bragging in life, you want to say that you have the newest, the dopest, the freshest, the something that nobody else has. And if your stuff has been around for a few years, they view it as that's old news. That's not today. We want to shoot for what's going on tomorrow. Like yesterday's music is old news, which is also why. We have these microwave artists that come out with a single that's hot, and then 5 months later, you never hear from them again. You know what I mean? It's because the way we consume music is completely different than it was so many years ago. Like years ago, during my era, when I was a true fan of music, you had to wait 2 to 3 years for your favorite artist's CD to come out. 2 to 3 years. Like we talking back with Wu-Tang and Nas. Like Nas was like 92, 93 when he came out with Illmatic, but didn't come out with. It was written till like 96. So we were starved, and we had to wait for our favorite artists, and we had to appreciate the current music that they already had out. You had to ride around with that and really, really let it resonate with you. Now it's not like that. It's fast food. Music is fast food. So, if you're doing anything that's not, current as in today, it's part of the culture. That's how they bash you.
What advice would you, Noah Jones, would like for them to understand before they jump into this game?
Me personally, I believe everything is based off of presentation. You know what I mean? And let me elaborate on that a little bit. Like, I get quite a few messages all the time in my inbox where people, they reach out to me. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of these people, they don't understand the politics when it comes to actually contacting somebody. They feel like, okay, because I can click message, that I can say basically whatever I want. So my advice to these up-and-coming artists is, when you message anybody for the first time, make sure that you pitch yourself in a manner in which you earn a response. Because people, what they do nowadays is, they'll send you a message like, hey fam, what's up? And it's like, that's not how, like, I couldn't approach Dr. Dre like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can't approach somebody who's out there doing what you want to be doing, who's on a higher level than you and a higher career status with you on such a formal playing field. You know what I mean? Like, you have to put your suit and tie on and actually, present yourself like you're actually trying to get a job. You know what I mean? You have to go in there like you're interviewing and get to know the person and know who they are and dig into their background and be like, yo, this guy has songs with so many different people. I'm trying to be where he's at. Let me contact this guy and see if I can, work some magic for myself. But you have to do it in a manner in which, you warrant and you earn a response. Because like I said, these people, they say whatever they want and they expect you to just reply like, like we all don't have lives, or sometimes we have middlemen and management and people in between. So if you don't present yourself the correct way, you don't pitch yourself the correct way, you're going to burn a bridge before it even exists.
Ooh, dope. That's deep right there.
And that's how I got a lot of my features. Like, my approach game was crazy. Here's the thing. It's not always about how much money you have and, you know what I'm saying, who you can pay for in order to get on a record with you. A lot of times, there's a lot of behind the scenes work. Your approach has 99% to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, my approach to these artists that I wanted to work with was so awesome that they had no choice but to reply. And then when they replied, I said something they wanted to hear and we took it further. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how things go. But, if you don't know how to conduct business, if you don't know how to speak well enough to hold a conversation, then a lot of times you're gonna be dead in the water.
And throw your contact information out there, and also use it as an opportunity to wrap things up. If there was anything that you would like for us to know, or if anything you would like to say that we did not cover here in the interview process, go ahead and do that. The floor is yours. Handle it.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, thank you, Just Hits, for having me. I also want to say shout out, thank you for Thick and Fat B for actually hooking the interview up. Like I said, we have that song together, the three of us, called Trending, which is also an amazing song. Just don't forget to check out NoahJonesNews.com. And if you want to be active as far as what I'm doing, make sure you go to Facebook.com/NoahJonesNews. I do the 200 collabs live every night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is California time, 6 p.m. You'll get a chance to be in a chat room live with up to 2,000 people where we're all listening to me watch, and will actually be watching me write the song, record the song, and engineer the song live right before your eyes. So I get to make history right before your eyes, basically, is what I'm saying. So, and I interact with everybody. When the people come in the room, I shout them out. It's a perfect opportunity for up-and-coming artists to get in there and meet new people. You know what I mean? And if you just want some tips to see how things are done, you know what I mean, you can actually see it all there. I also do like a words of wisdom section at the end where I give people advice, and I try to send everybody happy in a way, on a positive note, so that way they can utilize that information for their career or for their personal lives as well. So, but like I said, that's all through Noah Jones, Facebook.com/NoahJonesNews. I appreciate y'all time.
So many things, but I know this shit's gonna fall on deaf ears, so I just gotta slow it down. Yo, I got my mind on my money on the regular, and I'm the king of this jungle like Predator. That's because of how society measure you for broke niggas. All I hear is etc, etc. Every rapper's always looking for a way out, or hugged up with a bitch while they make out, trying to hit the studio and end up on the same route, but they big dreams don't amount to what they pay out. because they goals ain't realistic. Just because you right doesn't mean that you're gifted. Just because you might be driving a car doesn't mean that you're a star. Most of y'all never did shit. And I ain't trying to point fingers, but tell me where the fuck you gonna be when your celebrity diminishes. When you got a good run and you feeling like you winning, and just like that, then you back to the beginning. Slow it down, that's what they told me. My mom said never change from the old me. When your life gets different and your friends get to tripping, listen, sometimes you gotta slow it down. That's what they told me. My mom said never change from the old me. When your life gets different and your friends get to tripping, listen, sometimes you gotta slow it down. So I gotta choose rap or family man. I ain't never heard a label with a family plan, but I refuse to give up anything I'm good at. So I load up the CDs in back of the family van, and then I hit up all the spots with my DJ and try to get the listeners to put my shit on replay. Tell a friend to tell a friend like a three-way. Noah's got skills, not your ordinary cliche. Sometimes I gotta wonder where they hearts at, and now the haters wanna talk shit and start crap. Just because I used to be in a predicament, and now my shit is light years ahead like Star Trek. I know that I'ma blow, I got the grenade for it. And don't be mad at my spot like I paid for it. I got my Grammy suit on, tailor-made for it, and I'ma do it till I ball like I'm Wake Forest. That's what they told me. My mom said never change from the old me. When your life gets different and your friends get to tripping, listen, sometimes you gotta slow it down. That's what they told me. My mom said never change from the old me. When your life gets different and your friends get to tripping, listen, sometimes you gotta slow it down. Yeah, we all can't be rappers. Some of y'all niggas just ain't built for this shit. And the niggas like me that do this shit for real and do this shit for a living, we see through you fake motherfuckers. I ain't got shit else to prove. I done out-rap some of your favorite rappers. I mean, you can hear it in the tracks. I done outwork some of these niggas too. And I may never get my credit, but the niggas that know me and the niggas that know real music, they see what I'm doing over here. Slow it down. Noah Jones. This is the West Coast remix. Raw Steel on the beat. I got my nigga J-Rock on the track. Yeah, yo, I know you heard of me. Hotter than a third degree. I run with niggas, quickly sending shots through your vertebrae. You're not gonna murder me verbally. Put his ass in surgery and strip him of his life like burglary. I fight personally, the nightlife irking me. Trife with a mic and it's quite like perjury. Cause I spit it first, they copy my style purposely. Put them in the group and son them all like a nursery. I never been a timid rapper with a gimmick. Life's a game and it look like you ain't practiced in a minute. I don't scrimmage, to get us on the track is a privilege. See, they turned up off the perp like Grimace. The hood life's a part of me, flows through every artery. The guns drawn, place them in the dirt like pottery. The red dots hit the target like archery. Me and J-Rock on the block, who hard as we? What you gon' do when the guns to your face? We ain't playing, man, we coming for your safe. Vacate, sending thugs to your place. We want anything you make. I ask a nigga what you gon' do when the guns to your face. We ain't playing, man, we coming for your safe. Vacate, sending thugs to your place. We want anything you make. I ask a nigga what you
LA, California, A, Watch City niggas and G's where we cook up, yeah. In the club with them heaters, drinking yak by the liters. You want problems, we shoot at your face and fuck up your features. So high off the kush, ain't no way you could reach us. I'm J-Rock, aka bring the real to the people. I'm lethal when I write my raps. Look, my shit be the ether, nigga. My boss beast mode, like I'm some type of creature. So respect my conglomerate, bombing shit, put you in a trauma quick. Watch I make it rain when a llama spit. Big ass cats with big ass bullets. I ain't gotta pull triggers, let my hitman do it. I'm a boss, nigga. I ain't tryna take a loss, nigga. Put the guap on your dome, how much it costs, nigga? Bitch, niggas better watch your mouth, cause when you sleep, dog, we in your house. What you talking about?
What you gon' do when the guns to your face? We ain't playing, man, we coming for your safe. Vacate, sending thugs to your place. We want anything you make. I ask a nigga what you gon' do when the guns to your safe. Vacate, sending thugs to your place. We want anything you ain't. Yo, you don't want it with the Mac out, it's you and me. You can't stop my growth, I made an oath since puberty. Vocal fluency, I got them dodging like truancy. These niggas ain't hard, they get exposed like nudity. And I don't mean naked pictures, they laying stitches while I erase their whole existence like Hitler. So fix your face, you try to hate with an attitude. The guns lift them up and place them on a different latitude. Bullets breeze through the trees, whiz passing you. While you with your squeeze, I'ma send G's after you. Swiss cheese your frame, no pain, peel a nigga's wig back completely, so there's no need for Rogaine. Going hard since the 80s, it's a cold game. Find a bitch, fuck a bitch, forget a bitch, no shame. Feelings numb like my heart's made of Novocaine. I'm Noah Jones, motherfucker, better know the name. What you gon' do when the gun's to your face? We ain't playing, man, we coming for your safe. Vacate, sending thugs to your place. We want anything you make. I ask a nigga what you gon' do when the gun's to your face. We ain't playing, man, we coming for your safe. Vacate, sending thugs to your place. We want anything you make. I ask a nigga what you gon'